Hello, today we are going to be discussing session 2 of the Catch My Breath program titled What Could Go Wrong? Last week you completed a peer and adult interview. So we're just going to go over some of the questions. One of them on the peer interview was, why did your peers try e-cigarettes? And many of you had the same or similar answers, such as peer pressure, wanting to try something new because their friends were, because friends offered it. Another question on the peer interview, what did your peers who smoke say about craving and addiction? They shared that when they were having a craving or feelings of addiction, they would be shaky, be angry, have anxiety, have feelings of really wanting the drug, be hard to be around, and struggle with focusing. Also in the peer interview, when asked, are they trying to quit, most said yes, either that at one point they tried to quit or that they're currently trying to quit. In the adult interview, one of the questions was, what advice for resisting pressure to try e-cigarettes did adults give? Just saying no and meaning it, sticking to it, getting better friends, never doing it, and it's not worth it. Another question on the adult interview was, what are the reasons the adults gave for not using tobacco or quitting? And just to, picking up a hobby, a healthy hobby, working on yourself and being a better person, not to think about it, try to distract yourself, keep yourself busy, replace the behavior with something else, such as physical activity. All tobacco products contain nicotine. This includes e-cigarettes, cigarettes, cigars, chew, hookahs. The health and social consequences of e-cigarette use health consequences include aerosol and toxic chemicals that can damage the lungs, hacks brain, dopamine reward system, impulse control center. Nicotine causes addiction, causes dry mouth, vapor tongue, sore throat, nosebleeds. Nicotine toxicity, nausea, can be fatal for babies, including SIDS, which is sudden infant death syndrome. Could cause a baby to be born with a low birth weight. The batteries could explode. E-cigarettes are a gateway to combustible tobacco, alcohol and marijuana, and other addictive drugs. Ingesting e-liquid can be fatal. Social consequences include costs a lot of money, about $50 to get started. The cartridge pods cost anywhere from $3 to $7. You could get suspended from sports, and the list goes on. Different trouble at school, trouble with parents, so lots of different consequences. So first question, what have you seen or heard about e-cigarettes? On Schoology, under assignments, you're going to answer a discussion post about what you have seen or heard about e-cigarettes. There's no wrong answers, and you don't, so don't worry. I just want you to list everything that you've seen or heard. You can go ahead and pause the video while you answer this question. Once you're done with the question, come back to the video. Most people who use e-cigarettes don't have the information that you have. Almost half of current users didn't believe there were any health risks at all. Sharing information is a better strategy than being mean or harsh about someone's e-cigarette use. There is positive reinforcement with nicotine addiction and physical dependence to avoid withdrawal symptoms. Remember, as someone uses a nicotine product, the chemical is absorbed into their system and mood and pleasure centers are aroused. The tolerance and physical dependence for the substance increases as use continues. Going without nicotine can produce withdrawal symptoms as well as a craving for more nicotine. The cycle continues to repeat. So sometimes the most powerful stories are the shortest. Ernest Hemingway once wrote a 6-word story and called it his best work. You are going to also write a 6-word story on what you have seen or heard about e-cigarettes. And you're going to use Flipgrid to share your 6-word story. Some examples are here on the screen. So for sale, baby shoes never worn. Failed, SAT, lost scholarship, invented rocket. Cryonics, Disney thawed, Mickey nod. Corpse parts missing, doctor buys yacht. Dinosaurs return, want their oil back. So here's a list of some examples. So you're going to be creating your own 6-word story. You can choose one of these topics here. Reasons why young adults their age experiment with e-cigarettes. Health consequences for using e-cigarettes. Social consequences for using e-cigarettes. Describe how an e-cigarette user might feel or behave when craving nicotine. Or calculate the cost of smoking 1 Juul pod a day for 10 years. What could you buy? So in the email of the assignments for the week is the Flipgrid link that you will use to share your 6-word story. I will be looking forward to seeing all of you when sharing your 6-word story. There are existing resources for you and your friends to use, like teen.smokefree.gov. Do not hesitate to share this information with your friends and potentially save a life. Real quick, before I leave you today, I just want to share again the 2 assignments that go along with this lesson include the discussion post on Schoology and the Flipgrid sharing your 6-word story. Thank you.